Oh my goodness, look at this. Look what I found. Look what I found, guys. I'm terrified, I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to get to the other side. There's a whole family. I'm waiting for them to leave because oh my goodness. I want them to leave so I can cross. Oh God. I think there's another one back there. Hey, how you doing? Oh my God. I've never been this close to a deer. Oh look, there's another one. You see it? Hey. As the deer panted for water, so my soul longeth to be you alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship thee. Hey buddy. Okay, I'm a little paranoid because I think there's one watching me somewhere. Hey, how you doing? I promise I don't want to bother you. I'm just saying hey. I think there's one somewhere over there watching me. Oh yes it is, he's watching me. Hey. As long as it doesn't chase me or anything. These are the kind of things that you'll see in the forest. It's a whole family. Look at them. They're so cute. Dang, yo. They're so cute. Okay, so I am in the forest preserve. I live across the street from a forest, and sometimes I come here. Sometimes I actually come here when I feel like I'm not hearing from God, and God always has a way of speaking to us or showing us signs. Last year, I was walking through this forest and I was crying hysterically. And then out of nowhere, I saw a deer came. And the deer, it was as if the deer came out to see what was going on. Like instead of running from me, the deer came, and it was like, the deer was like, you know how they lift up their little hoof? He lifted it up and he was like, I felt like he was like, you good? Like, you good, Ma? Like, what's going on out here? In my mind, that's how he was trying to communicate with me. The deer came out and it really got my attention, and I was like, you know, maybe I can get a selfie. It just kind of got my mind off of the things that I was thinking about. I was actually grieving the loss of someone who haven't left yet. Basically, my sister at the time, she was in the hospital, and I knew in my spirit that transition was gonna come. And so I was just having a moment where I just was releasing that pain of the loss, even though she haven't, you know, transitioned yet. I believe God was showing me that everything was going to be okay and that she was going to be with him, because that deer came out and it was like the deer was, you know, I just felt like the deer was trying to see what was going on with me, when usually deer, they run from people. And then shortly after, I looked and I saw a rainbow. So not only did I see a deer, I saw a rainbow. So even though I still felt the pain inside, it stopped me from crying, and it fixed my attention on the goodness of God. Because some of these things are inevitable, you know, loss, suffering, and it's just being able to still see God in these things. So today, as I was walking, I'm a little paranoid because I keep thinking a deer is going to be behind me or something and creep up on me. But I was walking again, and I was just crying out to God. Like, I was just having a moment where I'm like, God, why me? Why did you choose me to experience these things or do these things? Why? And I'm just, you know, crying, having a moment with God. And then I see some more deer again and a whole family. So I thought that was beautiful. And it distracted me, and it got my mind off of my problems, and it helped me to focus on the goodness of God, because he's still good. Even when we suffer and go through things, challenges, if we can just remember to have gratitude and still focus on his goodness, then it'll be all right. Everything will be all right. And so I'm just grateful for his goodness. And just always remember to be present. Even though things are going on, try to remember to stay present, because God will never leave you nor forsake you, even when it feels like he does. Remember, Job in the Bible, he felt like he was forsaken. Even Yeshua had that moment in the garden where he felt alone, he felt abandoned. So we all have these moments, but just remember, God is still with you. And the first shall be last and the last shall be first. Even though it seems like people are living their best lives, which is great. You know, everybody has their time, but just remember that it's not going to always stay the same. Everyone has their seasons, and the seasons will change, and it will change for the better. Sometimes it's good to just, you know, get out in nature, because it totally gets your mind off of all the things, the other things that's going on that might be negative, and it helps you to focus on positivity. So be encouraged and know that God is still good, and he's still able, even when it doesn't look like it, and even when it doesn't feel like it.